Hello and welcome to a very special video. So we're going to take a little bit of a break from some of our conversational videos as I smack my stabilizer. A fantastic start. We're going to talk a little bit about basing. Now you guys might have seen my video on priming and some of the easiest ways to just kind of do it by brush. And you might remember this Chad here. Well, we're going to do a little bit of basing, and we're going to do it in a way that I kind of recently happened on. It's nothing amazing, but we're going to talk about that real quick. So let's cover real quick. I painted this ironware a while ago. He was an experiment because I'd never really used the speed paint, and I wanted to try it. And this is the texture paste for Martian. I'm not real fond of it by itself. It's not a bad product, don't get me wrong, but I'm not quite fond of the way it looks. So recently I had been working on my brother's sisters, and I kind of found this way of giving a little bit of a life to it without getting too crazy. And it's how I'm going to show you how I did this. So first off, when we get to this, I like to water this down. Now, I use this old lid, and what I'll do is really simple. We're going to pop open this texture paste. We're going to use this bit of plastic card I cut into a spatula, and we're going to just take a glob of that, put it right there. Maybe just a tad bit more. We're just going to be a little bit overkill at the moment. You can usually get away with a lot less than you think. Alright, so what do we do from here? Well, we're going to take a little bit of water. We're going to just add that right in there. Throw the cap back on because we don't want it to spill everywhere. And we're just going to mix this into a very watery paste. Now, why do I do this? Well, one, it makes it a little bit easier to apply depending on what you're doing, and honestly I like it to be a slight bit thinner on the application. So we're just gonna go ahead and glob that on. Now I do it in this kind of touching motion like this, and whoop, it's a bigger base than I've done some of it on, so please forgive me if I'm a little bit of a mess at the moment. I am doing this from a different position than I normally would, but effectively what you want to do is you want to apply it in a motion like this. Make sure you get those edges cleaned off. You don't want them to be dirty, do you? And we'll be right back once we got that handled. Alright everybody, so we're back. We got the paste on there. Now there's a couple things I want to know. I roughly apply it with this kind of plastic card thing, but I also took toothpicks. So if you don't like it to be real close to the feet, you can use it to pull it away and to create a separation. But some people like to use texture paste, for example, to create rust effects before priming. And there's the Grimdark Compendium, which does some good work showing that. So we got this. It's at a point where it's starting to firm up. It does that fairly quick. Nothing amazing, but fairly quick. Now I have this. This is a thing of, I'm going to explain it real quick before we move on to this. This is small offcuts of sprue, as you can see scattered. Some small elements of, oh gosh, cork, like very small chunks. And this is a pinkish from when I had used this in a paste I made myself years ago, baking soda. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to put him right in here. He's not quite the best fitting for this, but we're going to go right in and we're going to wiggle this aggressively in there. And we're going to pull him out. Let me go ahead and just move this. Now there's some cleanup you're going to have to do before this completely sets. But as you can see, this picks up very nicely a lot of that gunk and chunks and gives a little bit of more texture to this. Now you're going to want to clean up sections like right here And we'll just go ahead and handle that real quick. We're going to go right in. I take this, make sure it's got on the screen. I just got to take the toothbrush and just move it off to the side. It does not take a lot, depending on what you're looking for. But you can clean it up really, really easy. Now, is this the greatest way to base things? No. Is it really, really easy trying to just use a texture paste that you can purchase and some things that you're going to end up with? You're going to end up with probably small cutoffs from sprues when you're just cleaning off the little nibs that are still on the guys. I take a lot of those, I shove them into this container with this spent baking soda. I bought the container for $1 roughly and mixed it all together, and I get a fairly nice little section. You can see there's a little red piece of sprue from the Space Marine Heroes. I wonder if I have any of those laying around. And you get a fairly nice little effect. Now, I'll talk about how to prime it, and, well, we'll be talking about my next attempt at painting Iron Warriors, which is going to feature a brown undercoat. So if you have any questions, let me know. I know it's not the greatest video, it's not my normal stuff, but I just wanted to share this with anyone who might be interested in seeing a kind of relatively easy way of doing it. So thank you for joining me, and you beautiful people, have a lovely day. Bye-bye.